Welcome to your Load India Business Briefing. Today, we unpack how a regulatory draft is shaking up the power exchange, why mainboard IPOs have ground to a halt, and a key warning about Tata Sons' potential listing. Our top story: the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, or CERC, has released a draft notification that proposes market coupling, creating a single uniform electricity price across all exchanges. That effectively threatens the price discovery edge that the Indian Energy Exchange, or IEX, has enjoyed. The news sent IEX shares tumbling about 6% to 127.36 rupees, raising serious questions about its revenue model going forward. Next up, geopolitical tensions in West Asia have effectively frozen India's mainboard IPO market. May saw no mainboard listings at all, a first since March of this year. But the SME segment remains resilient, actually hitting a record fundraise of 10.96 trillion rupees in FY26. The shift suggests investors are now turning to smaller, more selective offerings in a risk-off environment. Also today, a veteran Tata Group advisor, Farokh Subadar, has publicly warned that listing Tata Sons could be a big mistake. In an interview, he argued that going public would force the group to seek external shareholder approval for long gestation investments like Air India and Tata Electronics. That, he says, would create uncertainty and risk the group's ability to fund such large projects, potentially undermining confidence among depositors and lenders. Meanwhile, in the IT world, TCS, Infosys, and Wipro have doubled their Microsoft Copilot licenses to roughly 300,000. covering about a quarter of their combined 1.15 million employees. Executives say the AI boost is reshaping operating models and productivity, but the rapid rollout also raises questions about Microsoft's billing model and what this means for hiring practices across India's $13 billion outsourcing industry. And in the digital space, Tata Sons has injected just under 3,000 crore rupees into Tata Digital at a $10.3 billion valuation, a 5.5% markdown from the February round. The downgrade comes as Noel Tata has pushed for a clear roadmap for the loss-making venture, which has now accumulated roughly 16 trillion rupees in losses despite receiving over 26 trillion in investments. Finally, an interesting analysis. Why has India's stable democracy lagged behind China's manufacturing boom? The argument goes that India's post-independence continuity of institutions, bureaucracy, and peace kept growth modest. Meanwhile, China's chaotic communist upheavals delayed development until market reforms sparked a manufacturing-led surge. These institutional differences, the piece concludes, explain why China vaulted into wealth while India fell behind. That's all for today's briefing. We'll be back tomorrow with more insights on the business stories shaping India. Until then, stay sharp.